came from the past. But the Bronx lights are burning and Goldie's bringing the blast. New pinstripes, same fire. He's swinging like a man possessed. With Judge on his side, this duo's better than the rest. Goldie's got gas in the tank. He's tearing it up, walking the plank. From MVP to forgotten, now he's back in the rank. Don't blink, now he's making them crank. Goldie's got gas in the tank. Goldie's got gas in the tank. Yeah! Crowd said he's too old, that the spark was long gone. But he's hitting bombs in the Bronx, proving them all wrong. With Judge swinging thunder and Goldie bringing heat, the AL better tremble, these Yanks won't face defeat. Goldie's got gas in the tank. He's back from the brink, yanking the crank.
All right, enough of that. Enough of that. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Yankees win, finally. 9-0. The bats broke out. Volpe breaking out of a slump big time. Clarke Schmidt pitching, essentially pitched a no-hitter through 7 innings. They pulled him because the pitch count wasn't good. And the umpires, once again, screwed us over. We gave up 1 hit and missed out on a combined no-hitter because of a missed call by an umpire. What's new, right? What is new? But there's a lot of good things to talk about, man. The Yankees, they really went off. Trent Grisham started it off with a blast, a wall scraper in the first inning. All right, that thing scared me, dude. I was not expecting that. What's up, Dev Finch? What's going on? So JC Escarra hits a bomb in the second inning. Yankees go up 2-0. And then Ben Rice decides to join the party with a bomb of his own. He hit a nuke. And that put us up 3-0. And we never looked back, man. Peraza had a 2-run single. Volpe home run. 3 for 4 on the night, like I said. How many RBIs did he have? That's a good question. Well, only 1 RBI, but still 3 for 4. And it all started off with a bloop, not even a bloop, a little dribbler. A dribbler that he hit. Hold on, let me play Ace's song real quick. That's my song for you, Ace. And yeah, the umps blow a no-hitter for us. I mean, look, at this point, it's getting ridiculous with these umpires, man. I mean, man, I'll tell you what, the ABS system can't come soon enough. And then they need to take it even a step further than that. We need to have like legit robo calls for everything, even for check swings and all that stuff. But the Yankees break out in a big way. We really needed this. Hopefully this is a sign of good things to come. Maybe hopefully the offense really gets it going and we could go back to how we were in the beginning of the year when we was putting up freaking double-digit number scores almost every game. But let's look at the box score real quick, and then we'll take a look at tomorrow's game and talk about some other stuff. Well, this was today's box score. Ben Rice, Volpe, Escarra, Trent Grisham, all with home runs. Clarke Schmidt, like I said, 7 innings, no hits, no earned runs, 5 strikeouts, 2 walks. Brubaker came in. He gave up the hit to Gary Sanchez, but really he struck him out. The umpires gave him an extra pitch. Ben Rice, 2 for 5, 2 RBIs. Grisham, 3 for 5. Man, it is pouring.
On the road again.
CT, what's up, man?
Can't wait to get on the road again.
That's the song I got for you, CT. Every time I listen to Willie Nelson, now I think of CT Cards, man. What's up, CT? I was watching you on Joe's channel just before this. I didn't jump in the chat or anything because I was trying to get ready for this. But Volpe, 3 for 4, like we said. Escarra had a big night, 2 for 3, 3 RBIs. Peraza, 1 for 4, but that was a big bloop single there, 2 RBIs for him. Bellinger 1 for 5, Judge 0 for 3, with a couple walks, and that's pretty much it. I love Willie Nelson too, man. That is pretty much it. That's the box score there. Yankees 9-0. You know, it's unfortunate that we didn't get the no hitter, but look, Clarke Schmidt looked really, really good. He looked really, really good. He made me look like dirt because I was trashing him yesterday. I was trashing Volpe too. And look at what he did. Look, Volpe needed this in the biggest way. I mean, I don't think I don't think the fan base would have taken another like 0 for 4 night or something from him. There's people calling for his head right now. There's people calling for him to be sent down, traded, or whatever. Look, it's one game, so we're not gonna jump the gun just yet. But hopefully Volpe could get it going from here. My whole thing with Volpe is when Volpe's on, he's great, right? He's on fire. When he's off though, he's completely off. There's nothing at it from him. Like his streaks are his he is so streaky, man. His ups are way up and his lows are terribly low. Like we got to do better than that, Volpe, man. Just find a happy medium and stay there, and that would be nice. But yeah, CT says he quieted the boos today. Yeah, he definitely did because they were booing him at first. They were definitely booing him. And it's crazy how baseball works, right? A little dribbler down the line, he gets an infield single, and all of a sudden, this dude is freaking he caught fire just from that. You know, that's baseball for you. That is definitely baseball for you. It's funny like that. But again, look, guys, the Yankees, look, it's one game, right? Hopefully we could build off of this. We need to build off of this. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup tomorrow really quick. Tomorrow we have Dean Kramer. Kramer. What kind of name is that, right? Going up against Will Warren. Will Warren's ERA has inflated a little bit, especially after that Dodgers outing. But the strikeout numbers are incredible. In 69 innings pitched, he has 90 strikeouts. Will Warren definitely has stuff, right? We all know that. It's just whether he can harness command of his pitches and just kind of stay out of trouble. That's the key for him, man. Sometimes I feel like when he gets in trouble, it starts spiraling out of control. But hopefully tomorrow, he could do his thing. I mean, the Orioles lineup is not that. They're not dangerous like that. I mean, you got some hitters in there that you got to be careful with, but they don't put no fear in my heart. None. But this is tomorrow's matchup right here, guys. Again, early start time, 11:35 a.m. Eastern, so that means that's 10:35 for me. I wonder why is that? I'm thinking because maybe one of these teams have to travel or something. That's possibly the case. I have no idea. Let me take this away. What do you guys think, man? You guys happy with the obviously you're happy with the outcome if you're a Yankees fan, but like you think that's it? You think we've turned the corner, so to speak? Do you think we've turned the corner? Joe says his asparagus pie. Does this mean you're not on later tonight? Joe, please, Joe. I go on whenever I feel like going on, man. I didn't go on tonight because I have something to do tonight, so I figured I'd do it now. That way I get it out the way. But no, it doesn't mean usually I'm gonna go on at night. That's why the show is named the Yankees Night Show. But today I have something I have to do later. I don't know if I'm gonna do it now because it is storming out there. You guys can pick it up because I have the background removal, but it is pouring out there, so that might get canceled. But yeah, again, man, I go on whenever I feel like going on. That's how I work. Yellow says, Volpe use right field. Holy cow. It's like he hits better staying to the middle to away parts of the field. Yeah, man. I mean, we all know that Volpe's better when he's going to right field. That home run that he hit, I mean, it wasn't a cheapie because it made it probably 10 rows into the stands, but that's a Yankee Stadium home run, especially the Grisham one. The Grisham one literally scraped the wall. I feel like it probably missed by like an inch. I'm not yelling at you, Joe, man. I'm just saying, man. Cause you want me to come on like a certain time every day, and I just can't, dude. I got a lot of stuff going on, a lot of things going on. I was wanting to come on tonight, but something came up. But now that I'm looking at the outside, it might not happen. Now with the rain going on like that. Um, CC says, haha, yeah. Andrew says, is that Aaron Judge jersey behind you? That's fine. Yep. That's my autographed Aaron Judge jersey right there. And then I got Don Mattingly up here. I'm trying to get my when I was younger, I had a lot more stuff. I don't know what my mom did with a lot of this stuff, but when I left basic when I left basic training, and I went to my dude when I came back from Iraq, a matter of fact, I went back home and I tried to gather as much stuff as I could. I got a bunch of cards somewhere too, but a lot of that stuff went missing throughout the years. A lot of that stuff went missing. I don't know what my mom did. She probably pawned it, or she probably gave it away. I had a whole bunch of baseball cards, and my mom just gave it away. She didn't realize that some of them stuff was valuable. CT said he got a signed Don card. That's awesome, man. No, I wish I had a Jeter jersey. I do have Jeter's autograph right there. If you want me to show you, I have Jeter, Pettit. I had Jorge Posada on it, David Cone, and a few other guys. Tim Raines. I don't know if you guys remember Tim Raines. Yeah, I used to be a stadium rat when I was a kid. I'd be out there outside the press gate chasing down players in their cars, until they stopped that. You can't do that no more. Now the where the players park is actually inside the stadium, I believe. But before it wasn't like that. They used to have a parking lot outside of the press gate across the street, and we used to get those signatures. It says, you say let him live his life. He's a golden boy. He's an asparagus pie. Hell no, dude. If you eat asparagus pie, man, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I think you're the only one who eats that, Joe. Nobody eats that stuff. Tim the Rock. Oh, you got an Otani jersey? Yeah, man. Otani's autograph is worth so much. It's crazy? A few years ago, right? This is probably like 5 years ago. I was looking at his assigned Angels jersey from Otani, and it wasn't even that expensive. It was cheaper than the Judge one there, and I didn't get it. Now that thing's probably triple the price, quadruple the price. But yeah, guys, don't forget. Look, I added some extra features in the chat, right? $Smoke does this. You could throw a smoke grenade at me. I don't know. I put it in the description. If you look in the description, there's some more new features that you can do. Obviously you already know the $like does this. And for members, exclamation point in the player, and it'll pull up the stats like always. And I'm curious to see what Judge is at, because he went 0 for 3. His I think that 400 dream, right? I was dreaming of 400. I think it's probably cooked now. He's batting 367. Yeah, like it's gonna be tough for him to get back up there. I mean, that slump that he went on kind of killed him. It killed him. Oh, I froze? Hold on. I got you. Let's let this refresh. That's the thing. Sometimes when I'm doing this stuff, it goes crazy. It goes crazy. Let me bring it back. Yeah. $Panda. Get the panda face. Where's Cody Bellinger's picture? There it is. Yeah, he's batting 258, 10 home runs, 38 RBIs. Man, if his OPS could go above 800, I'd take that all day. Cody Bellinger's one of the guys, man, who's really, I mean, considering the start he had, just imagine, right? If he had just done a little bit better in the beginning, his average would be close to 300. But he just started so bad. He got off to a rough start. So it's hard for him to get his average up there. But if he even just did slightly better the first month and a half, his average would be 280, 290. You know, Paul Goldschmidt's another one. He didn't play today, but his average starting off the season was crazy. It's kind of come down now. He's hovering around 300. I believe still. Let me take this off. Yeah, so $ Panda does that, and then $ Gollum. Shit, it froze on me again. I know what it is. I can't, if I put on the thing, if I put on the effect and then you guys try to do it from the chat, it throws it off a little bit. But it's all good though. Try it again, Andrew. $ Gollum puts it puts the Schmiegel face. Yeah, Goldie's just under 300 right now. Ben Rice, Grisham, a lot of these guys have really, really come down a lot. Grisham is batting 249 on the season. Rice is batting 232. You know what's crazy? I'm glad that a lot of us were calling for Anthony Volpe to get benched, man. And it's funny how, you know, he ended up coming through today. You know, he wasn't the star of the game, but 3 hits right there. I'm curious to see, do you guys still think he needs to go on the bench? You think he needs a day off or two? Because my opinion, man, is no. Like, the guy finally turned it on. CC says yes. But it's like he's finally hitting. Why give him a day off now, you know? Don't get me wrong. If he goes back to what he was doing, then yeah, you give him the day off. But he's finally hitting. So, I mean, that's one of the things that I don't like when Boone does that. Like, you know, Bellinger was on fire, for instance, and he benched him yesterday. Or Judge was on fire, and then he made him sit down for a day, and after that he went cold. I feel like you gotta play the hot guys, man. You gotta play the hot hands. I feel like sometimes Boone does it. He does it backwards, right? If you're hot, he feels like you can take a day off. When you're cold, he's gonna play you. He's gonna play you, trying to get you to get something going, you know? But to me, it doesn't work that way. Joe says tomorrow he's not playing. Volpe is not gonna play tomorrow. Yeah, I know that's what they said, but I think he has like a scheduled day off. But it's like, if I was Volpe, I'd be like, look, man, put me in there, dude. I finally got some hits. Let me try to build off of this. Ken says Volpe got 3 hits, so he is out of the lineup. Yeah, it's funny how that works, right? What they say, you gotta F up to move up, right? CT says, I agree, Jason. Why do we sit these players when they are hot? Yeah, I don't get it. I mean, that's Boone's philosophy. He said it a couple years ago. He was like, when a player's cold, he wants them in there because he's trying to get them going. And I understand that, but if it's to the expense of a person that's hot having to bench them, then it makes no sense to me. It makes no sense. Ace says, play the hot hands. Exactly. When you come off a 3-hit game, you feel good and want to play. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You don't do that. You don't, man, baseball is weird like that. Let me tell you something. There's times when you're off, man, that baseball looks like a BB. It might as well be the size of a BB. It's like trying to hit a BB with a toothpick. That's how it feels. But when you're on, all of a sudden, you get a dribbler down the line and you start to feel good. You know, a home run, 2 hits later, and now that ball looks like a beach ball. You know, you don't want to sit down. You don't want to sit down in the middle of that. And I get it. They have, you know, they got cages in the stadium. They got the traject machines. They got all those stuff. So these guys they are getting their reps in the cage, but it's not the same as live pitching. So play the kid Volpe, man. Play my man Volpe. Don't sit him down, not yet. The time to sit him down was probably today, and good thing he didn't because he ended up getting 3 hits. I'd let him play. and then when I see that he's starting to go back, like he's starting to struggle again, then I'll give him his break and be like, you know what, chill, take a breather, and come back. Look at Jazz, right? When Jazz went on the IL, I think that was the best thing that happened to Jazz Chisholm. That IL stint. As crazy as it sounds. Because it gave him time to just relax and reset. Because in the beginning of the year, he did not look good at all. Jazz looked lost. And, you know, even though he only got 1 hit today, yesterday he had 2 hits. He's looking a lot better though. To me, he's looking a lot better. He's hitting line drives to the opposite field, getting hits, opposite field, not pulling everything or trying to hit everything out the park. Sometimes you see him take those swings, but for the most part, he's toned it down a little bit, and that's good. That's definitely good. I'm trying to see if Boone's post game is up. Did they not do one or something? Because the Yes Network has not posted the manager's report that Boone does usually after every game. But Clarke Schmidt, guys, look, he had a great outing. The outing before this one was a great outing. But I still want to see more. Like, I got to see it versus a team that has a lineup that could do damage. You know, because when he pitched against the Angels, yeah, the Angels they're not terribly bad, but they're not that good. You know, and then tonight versus or this morning versus the Orioles, a great outing again. So that's great back-to-back outings. But like I said, I need to see him versus a real squad, you know, a lineup that's dangerous, that could do damage. And if I see him do really good there, then I'll be like, okay, he's on to something. He's on to something. D-Train says World Series back on. Oh, it's not on today's. Oh, thanks, Ken. I got to update it. Hold on. You're right. I didn't update it. It will be right now, though. There we go. All right. Thanks, Ken, man. I didn't even realize that. Wish the Tigers did their job and beat the Rays. Yeah, let's look at the standings real quick. Let's take a look at the standings. Let me put this chat away. All right, so we're a game and a half above the Rays right now. 44 wins on the series. On the season. Man, it's getting tight. The AL East is getting tight because the Blue Jays are right there too, and we face them pretty soon here. So that's a series that if you get swept, man, all of a sudden you're tied for first. Red Sox 4.5 games back. The Orioles are cooked, man. The Orioles are finished. They are done. They're not completely done. There's still a lot of baseball to play, but it don't look good. They got a long way to go. A long way to go. Let's take a look at the Central. Tigers are comfortably in first place. Comfortably. Guardians, they're playing 500 ball, dead even. Yeah, it looks like all the wild card teams are going to be in the East right now. This is the West. Astros. Astros, is that a better record than ours? Oh, no, we got 44 wins and 30. Probably the same thing. Mariners, 2 games above 500. I don't know why the A's photo ain't come up. Let's take a look at the NL West because this is probably one of the more interesting divisions in baseball right now. The Dodgers starting to pull away a little bit. 47 wins. Their last 10, they're 7-3. Padres 6 games behind. Yeah, the Dodgers are they're in position to run away with that division at this point. So I expect, especially the Giants and the Padres, if they really gonna make like a run at this, they probably gonna start making some moves here before the deadline comes. And then the East, we'll check the Mets real quick. The Phillies. Oh, the Mets are a game behind in first place. Wow. I have not been paying attention to the Mets. I know I've been hearing a lot of Met fans crying lately, but I figured they still were up on the Phillies at least by a game or two. No, they blew that lead. They're now their last 10, they're 3-7. They lost, wow, 7 straight games. 7 straight games. I don't know what's going on over there in Queens, but they need to get it together. definitely. Braves 11 games behind. Wow, they're such a disappointment this year. But yeah, that's pretty much the standings right there. And the Cubs, Brewers are doing pretty good too. Damn, the Mets. What happened to the Mets? Any Met fans in here? Yeah, I'm slacking, dude. I have a checklist and I didn't go by it. I have a checklist of everything I have to make sure is prepared before I go online, before I go live. What do you get for a membership? You get a bag of peanuts and a pat on the back, Ken. No, man. What you get for the membership, you're allowed to use the live chat stat. So you can pull up stats at any point on the screen. And there's more to it. You get a live song, like a walk-up song. So every time, for instance, every time CT comes in the chat,
On the
you hear
road
this.
again. Just can't wait to get on the road again.
I know, right? Because I thought I memorized it, but I don't. Man, I got so much going on. It's like a pilot. You ever seen a pilot go through a pre-flight checklist? That's how mine is, man. Oh, man. Yeah, hit the likes, man. Hit the likes, definitely. Andrew says he wants to see the Yankees versus Astros ALCS again. I don't. I want to stay clear. I want to stay away from that team. I don't care if they have a losing record or anything, man. I don't care who's on the team. For some reason, when we play the Astros in the playoffs, it's not good. So, D-Train says CT salute. I do the checklist too. Yeah, man. The Mets starting pitching is starting to collapse. Yes, sir. Somebody pull up Clay Holmes. Pull up Clay Holmes. I'm curious to see what he's doing. I'll pull it up. On the road again. He's not doing so bad, though. He is not doing terribly bad. Ken, thanks for the subscription, man. I mean, the membership. What kind of song you want, Ken? I'll get you a song. So this is what I got. This is Ace's song. If you want me to change it, just let me know. This is Real Bills. CT says, before our AM show, I always have notes and this or that so I can, yeah, I try to get notes too. Look, when I'm watching the game, I'll write down notes and stuff. As you can tell, I write like a doctor. It looks like chicken scratch. But it's for some reason, as soon as I hit live, I kind of start panicking. And then I'm like, well, I guess, it's live now. Just start winging it. You just got to wing it sometimes. So that's what I've been doing. But I'm gonna pull up this pitching matchup, and we'll go over. This is tomorrow's game, and then I'm gonna try something real quick. Okay, so on Monday's pitching matchup should be Yarbrough versus Nick Lodolo of the Cincinnati Reds. Yarbrough has been great for us. He's been great for us. We just haven't been giving him runs. Hopefully, after today's game, hopefully these bats wake up and we can start putting some runs up for our pitchers, because our starting pitching has been great. Like our pitching staff, even the bullpen, they've been incredible the past like 10 games. It's just the offense is just kind of let them down. Let me see. Sometimes the pitchers are not announced, so it won't show up. On the road again. Okay, yeah, that's not gonna work there. Let's go back to tomorrow's game. All right, there it is. All right, guys, but just a note, right? Just a PSA. I've been working on this trivia stuff, right? I want to roll it out very, very soon. I'm gonna do a test run. It'll be in a private stream. Um, if you guys want to be included, just let me know, and I'll send me your email, and I'll add you so you can get the invite. But I'm gonna do it in a private stream just to make sure that everything works correctly, and we don't have no audio issues and stuff like that. So that way we could give the viewers the best experience possible. But I wanted to just kind of give you a sneak peek of what it's gonna be and what it's gonna look like as soon as Abbott pops off the screen. All right, so this is kind of how this is what the thumbnail is gonna be right here, and then check this out, guys. Again, look, you can answer this question if you want right now. A, B, C, or D in the chat. Which player hit the most inside the park home runs in the All-Star history? I'll go with Ichiro, maybe, I guess. But anyway, I think I have it to where it's almost perfect. Almost perfect. But I'm gonna probably, I don't know if I'm gonna go live with it yet or just do a private stream first. But we're gonna do I'm gonna be doing a whole separate show, just trivia. It's gonna be just like this, just trivia. And maybe, we'll start adding some prizes too to winners. Ichiro's Drive, yep. All right. I don't know why it didn't log Ken's score. See, this is why I wanted to kind of test it first, because sometimes there's some bugs that I got to work on. There's some bugs. I'm going to do one more. Ken and Andrew, try to answer it. I want to see if it logs your scores. Which player hit 3 home runs in a World Series game twice? On the road again. Twice. See, I'm glad I did this because I wasn't going to show any of this. But I'm glad I did because it works for me. Like, it's always logging my scores. But I need to make sure that it's logging everybody's score. And that's why I'm going to do a private test stream with it. So that way I know what I got to fix. Babe Ruth. Damn. You guys, I need you to get one right, Ken. Ken, get one right so I can make sure it's getting your score. Or Andrew, somebody. I'll do one more. One more. Which franchise has appeared in the most Game 7s in the World Series? I'm going to go with the Cardinals because I can think of 2 off the top of my head. It's either the Cardinals or the Yankees. Cat Mama. Reggie Jackson was the last answer. To answer, yeah, you just put A, B, C, or D. And it should. I'm just testing it out right now. But I'm going to do a whole full show. I'm glad you joined, Cat Mama. I really am. Okay, it got Ken's score. All right, so it is getting scores. We'll do, you know what? We might as well just do a few more. I'm going to do a whole new show of just trivia. We'll mainly do baseball trivia, but we'll even do like pop culture or anything. We could go by decades, MLB in the 70s or something like that. Which pitcher owns the longest scoreless inning streak in MLB history? I don't know. Bob Gibson? No. Oral Hershiser. And the faster you answer it, the more points you get. That's how it's supposed to work. Yep, Hershiser finished the 1988 season on a 59 inning 0-run bender. All right, guys. I kind of veered off the whole Yankee topic thing. But this is good. This is good. I need feedback. So I know what I have to start fixing. Oh, this is an easy one. Come on, guys. You can switch your answers, but remember, you're going to lose points because it goes by how quick you can answer it correctly. And then the percentage, right? Where you see where it says 100%, that's just the percentage of votes that are for that answer. So if I hit A, it's going to switch, right? See what I mean? Okay. Yeah, it's logging points. That's good to know it's logging points. Thanks, Cat Mama. I have not slept in probably 2 weeks trying to fix things, trying to make this trying to make it. I literally built it myself, you know. It's probably the most complex thing I've built. No, actually, when I was doing I have a betting thing too. I'll probably bring it back. That was way harder than this one. But this one, it was tricky because I was just running into problems. But last night I was up really late trying to get this thing fixed. CT knows that. I always tell him, he knows I've been working hard on this. But that's gonna be a show that I'm gonna put out. And I'll try to have like guest hosts. Maybe CT, John. I want to have Jonathan on because Jonathan is very smart, man. His knowledge of history, especially Yankee history, is crazy. It's almost like, dude, like it's just crazy. They had a Yankees Jeopardy. Oh man, I'll put my money on him. I really would. Cat Mama says, Jason Hun, you can't do that. Not good for your health. I know, but it's just that once it's in my mind, especially when I'm coding, right? Because if I leave something halfway done and then go to sleep and try to return to it, it's like I forget everything I was doing and I have to like backtrack and get. But so once I'm in it, it's like I'm in. Jonathan has too much knowledge. Don't let him on, Jason. No, I want him on, but yeah, we're gonna do. I don't know. We're gonna figure it out. We'll figure it out. So I'm gonna do that. This is gonna be the thumbnails are gonna look like this or something like that. I'm still not done. And we'll do different topics, you know, or like whatever you want. Maybe we can do pop culture if people are interested in that, or baseball, football. When football season starts, we'll do anything, or we'll break it down in by teams, you know. Maybe when the Yankees are facing a certain team, we'll have it half Yankee questions, half Oriole questions, like for this series, something like that, you know. We'll do it like that. Andrew says, I want to come on soon, talk soon. Yeah, Andrew, man, whenever you want, dude. Whenever you want. Just let me know, dude. Just let me know. Getting the database for question bank is tough. I mean, not really, because I could. So Chat GPT, like all these questions, I just ask Chat GPT to make me some questions, and then I got to go through them too, because sometimes it does dumb stuff. But I mean, the question part is not the hard part to me. The hardest part for me with all of this was just trying to pass the data to the right parts and having everything sync up perfectly. It took me like a whole 2 days just to get the avatars, just to get your avatars from the chat, to get that data. Like I knew how to do it. It just wasn't working right, you know? And I don't even know how I just started playing with stuff. And sometimes I'll fix one thing and break another thing. And then I have to go back and try to fix that. And it's a nightmare. I had bad sleeping problems in the past. I was in the hospital a lot. Yeah, I don't sleep well. I'll be honest with you guys. I don't sleep much. It's just the way I'm wired, I guess. After so many years of the military, I've been sleep deprived for the better part of 20 something years now. So, Jason, that is why you take notes to keep track of progress. Yeah, but you see how I do notes. I don't do notes good. Look at this. My mind is I'm it's running. Like once I and the thing is I won't be able to sleep. So sometimes, like even last night, right? I turned everything off. I was like, I'm done. I don't want to deal with this. And as soon as I laid down, I started thinking, and then I was like, oh, I think I figured it out in my mind. I was like, let me go back. I had to turn on the computer and try it again. That's just the way I am. Yeah, I don't sleep well. I have anxiety issues where like it just is tough to sleep for me. I've been prescribed like sleeping pills, but I can't take those because then I'll wake up feeling groggy. So I just whenever I'm super tired, I'll knock out, believe me. And I have sleep apnea too, so that'll help. CT says, yeah, Jason, let us know when you do an open panel or have folks on. I love coming on your show. Yeah, I want to do the trivia. I want to have somebody on every time I do the trivia. That's how I want it to be. But that's why I'm gonna do the first chat. I'll put it in our group chat. So you guys can come on. I want the first one is just gonna be private between us. So that way if audio issues come up or anything, I can figure it out and I don't have to embarrass myself live in front of everybody. And then we'll work it. We'll work it from there. But yeah, great outing by the Yankees, right? 9-0. Man, I tell you what, I still feel like though this like this team needs something else. We need more. We need more in this team. And look, Giancarlo Stanton wasn't in the lineup today. Austin Wells wasn't in the lineup. Look, the Yankees are good. I never said because people were like, oh, like I'm not trying to be the Yankees are good, but I just don't think they have what it takes to really compete with like some of these big teams. I just don't. To really, really go for it. Obviously they could. I think of course, they're gonna make it to the playoffs. In my opinion, unless something crazy happens, they definitely have a chance to to make it to the World Series. When you look around the American League, it's not too much competition besides the Tigers and some other teams. But to go all the way, I think they need a little bit more, and I'm hoping that Cashman makes a move, right? I'm not saying that we got to go crazy, but we got to improve in just a few aspects. And then this team will be ready to go. We got Luis Hill coming back. Apparently he looks good. We'll see what we get from him. I'd like to see him, honestly, I'd like to see him before the All-Star break. But the way it's lining up right now, that might not happen. It's going to be tight. Oh, it's definitely not going to happen, as a matter of fact. When's the All-Star break, by the way? This is in a couple weeks here, right? So it might not. I definitely want to see him before the trade deadline. We got to see him because just to know, like, hey, all right, do we need to go out here and get another starter? Eli, what's up, man? Eli says, do not trade Ben Rice. Yeah, I think I'm with you, Eli, for the first time in a long time. I love Ben Rice, dude. I think Ben Rice is going to be a force to be reckoned with. But at the same time, we don't have a position for him, man. That's the tough part. So if you could get something, yeah, I will be open to trading him, but only for the right player. I'm not gonna trade him for just peanuts, for the right player because he got control. He got years of control, and he's shown that he can really hit in this league. And hopefully he makes it the same way last year he made an adjustment to this year, right? A huge adjustment. I feel like he's still not done. I feel like he's gonna get better. And maybe, just maybe he could be a star in this league. The way he hits the ball, man, there's not too many players in the major leagues right now hitting the baseball that hard at all. Ken Mama says, "Wow, thanks so much." Oh, thanks. Yeah, Ken served 31 years. My goodness, Ken, that's a lifetime. 31 years, I wouldn't be able to do it. Cat Mama says, "Thank you so." Oh, thanks. I appreciate it, Cat Mama. You know what? Oh, where's Rock? Damn, Roxy's out there. I want to show you Roxy. She's gotten so big. Me and my wife are laughing because when we first got our puppy, um, we were gonna name a Coco because her color was kind of like a mocha kind of color. And I was like, no, I didn't like the name. I was like, no, Roxy. So we ended up naming Roxy. And good thing we did because as she grew, her color changed. And now she's more like kind of like a creamish kind of color, you know? Yeah. Thank God we didn't name her Coco because she is not Coco anymore. First base position for Ben Rice next year. Yep. I hear you. Alive, dude. I'm with you on this one, dude. I want to keep Ben Rice. I really do. But I promise you, if there's trades, I'm sure Cashman is talking to other teams and stuff. I promise you that a lot of teams are gonna ask for Ben Rice. You know, and then it comes Ben Rice, Jason Dominguez, um, and maybe some guys down there in the minors. And then it's the hard decision, man. It's a hard decision. What are you gonna do at that point? What are you gonna do? But don't forget, guys, you can $ smoke does this. Doesn't it do it? You know what? There we go. I added some commands and stuff. If you look in the description, it'll show you like what are the commands that you could put in the chat to do different things. You put wanted, it's wasted, so I put it for you, man. Yeah. How long we been on right now? So yeah, so keep a lookout for the trivia thing. And the trivias I'm gonna try to do them weekly or maybe like twice a week, and it's gonna be a set time. I'm gonna have it on a set time so that way that's on schedule. It's not like usually like when I do these shows or the night show, I kind of just go on after the game uh whenever I get everything ready and I have a chance. But the trivia shows are gonna be a certain date and a certain time, and we're gonna keep it that way. That way, you know, everybody knows when to tune in. What the heck is up with the Mets? The Mets are hot garbage right now. Let me see. I'm 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 curious why Yes Network didn't post any of the post game interviews. Yeah. Oh well. But one more time, we'll take a look at the standings, and then we're gonna get out of here. The Mets are doing what I thought they were doing. They're falling apart right before the All-Star break. Really? Man, it's crazy because they got really hot. After they faced us, after that Subway Series, they got really, really hot. And then they just completely went cold. Like, just fell off the face of the earth. And we'll see. But I already know when we play them again, they're gonna play up, man. Whenever anybody plays the Yankees, it's like their World Series. I'm not saying that that's the case for the Mets, but they definitely play up. Teams want to beat the Yankees, you know. Teams want to beat the Yankees for sure. Even even when the Yankees are freaking not doing too good, teams come over here and they want to kill us. Okay, Mama says they will come out of it. I don't hate the Mets. I actually want the Mets to do good. You know, to me, it doesn't matter. They're in a whole nother league. It only matters when we're playing them. It only matters if we both make it to the World Series. Other than that, I could care less, you know, except for like bragging rights. That's the only thing. But I wish the Mets the best. I know a lot of Yankee fans, a lot of Met fans, like a lot of Met fans won't root for the Yankees, even if we're not playing each other. And a lot of Yankee fans won't do the same for the Mets. I'm different though. If the Mets are playing another team and it's not the Yankees, then hey, by all means, I go for the hometown. I go for the Mets when they play in another team, but that's not the case most of the time. They will play as tough. The Mets for sure. Yes, definitely they will. Let's take a look at Juan Soto. See what he's doing right now. You notice how the image is coming slow. I wonder why is that. Man, 246. I mean, he's picked it up a little bit. His on base percentage dropped a little. I don't know. It's tough, man. $50 million for that. I don't know about all that. It's a tough one. Let's look at Pete Alonso. Pete Alonso's still doing really good. And then I'll pull up the home run leaders. This is the only graphic that I haven't changed. I got to change this, make it look better. But Kyle Riley hit another one? Bro, he's got 30 now. Yo, he is unstoppable. My goodness. 30 home runs already. It's like every day he hits a home run at this point. He's been 270, 230 home runs, 64 RBIs. OPS. Wow. I'm going to tell you right now, that is incredible. I didn't think he had what it took to sustain the pace. But we're about to be halfway through the season, and he's tearing the cover off the ball, man. Can we get him? Can we trade for him? Nando, I'm about to block you from the thing. When Nando does it, I feel like Nando's doing it just to troll me. You're lucky, Nando. I could block anybody from this thing right now too. That's how I made it. But it's all good. I'll wear the clown face for y'all. But yeah, man, freaking Kyle Riley. I wish he was our catcher. Wouldn't that be nice? Him and Judge. Oh man, I love what you've done with the channel, Jason. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks. This stuff right here. This is nothing special. This is I use something called Stream Fog and StreamerBot. Those two combined does this. Now what I've done is like the stats and the stats and everything else. That's all me. That's something I built. You know. Thanks. I'm gonna take this clown face off because I don't like it, and I'm gonna switch to the. You know what? This is what I'll do. I'll go old. Yeah. Oh man, wrong thing. I forgot. See, this is why I had to make a $ for the effects. Cause look what it did. It pulled up freaking Wyatt Olds. Who the hell is Wyatt Olds? This is gonna be me in another 20 years or so. Get used to it. At least I got some good teeth still. Look at them dentures, baby. Haha, sorry, the clown one cracks me up. Yeah, nice. You're good, man. You're good. It was Nando. When Nando does it, he's trying to make fun of me. Who's been the most disappointing Yankees prospect, you think? Right now? Oh man, there's so many. You talking about of all time or this year? Look who's knocking on the door. It's Roxy. Look at Roxy. Look, I'm old. I'm old. Yeah, the most disappointing prospect. I don't know. What do you guys think in the chat? Who do you think is the most disappointing prospect? The most disappointing prospect for the Yankees of all time? Oh man, there's so many, but Greg Bird was disappointing. Sanchez ended up being disappointing. There's so many, man. Clint Frazier. Clint Frazier was actually really good when he first got up here, and then after he had that concussion, man, he was never the same. Um, man, there's a right now though the most disappointing to me. Uh, I don't know. I won't say Volpe. I think Peraza is a little disappointing. We all thought he was gonna be better. Ken says Clint Frazier. Yeah, Clint Frazier was disappointing, but he started off really good. Like he was really good at first, and I remember he had a concussion or something like that, and he just kind of never was the same. And then he started his head got a little too big for him, man. He started I don't know. I guess he felt like the Yankees owed him more or something. I'm not sure, but he started talking a lot of crap. And you know the Yankees don't do that. Volpe is the biggest disappointment. That's what Lou said. uh yeah, man. Volpe's a first round draft pick. But look, this happens to every team, man. There's always it's a lot of buzz. You know, when you have the time, go on YouTube, right? And there's this guy, he does videos on draft first round draft picks for each year. Like I forgot what he calls it, but it's something and bust. Like who was a bust, who was a, you know, which one worked out. And he does a great job, man. And I'll go there and I'll watch it. And man, there's been some really big first round draft pick busts, man. Way worse than anything Volpe could ever be or anybody. That's a whole bunch. You got guys that literally, man, just freaking went to jail or something, you know, did something crazy. Rob Schneider. Volpe is like dating a girl you can't get rid of. Damn, man. I wouldn't say all that. Look at the pup. Yeah, I know I saw it. I was just looking at it. Roxy, you want to say hi? You want to say hi? Come here. That's my baby. That's the baby. But that's gonna do it for me, guys. I'm gonna sign off. I gotta go take care of some stuff. I appreciate it. And again, I apologize for coming on early. I know I usually come on later, but I really do have to do something. And I wanted to make sure that I got the streaming. I'm trying to be more consistent. And I will definitely do that with the trivia show. We're definitely gonna have a set time and a set time and day of the week that I'll do it. That way, you know when to expect it, and it's not like a pop-up stream or anything like that. I will still be doing my pop-up streams because just sometimes I just want to mess around like that. But besides that, man, please like the video if you haven't already. Make sure you like it. And let's go Yankees. Appreciate you guys, man. Have a blessed day. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. And be safe, guys. Peace.